yo, hop hop, set sail for Fun Piece. It's the name of the podcast with Matt and Mike. Yo, set sail for Fun Piece.
Borp. Morning, Borp. Good evening. I don't know why I said evening. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Fun Piece podcast. My name is Matt, and Mike's not here. This is a filler episode, baby. We miss Mike very much. He'll be back for a regular episode, but for now, you got me and the historian.
And then, of course, the person we've all been waiting for. I don't know how many episodes ago it was that we had the special guest.
At least 2.
The triumphant return of Sebastian.
I am back. Wishing you both good morning and good evening.
Time is an illusion, folks.
Time is illusion. It's all here. Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's a filler episode of the Fun Piece podcast. If you're joining us for the very first time, why? Go back and listen to a regular episode.
Why did you pick to start with this episode?
Why did you pick this one? This is weird.
I think it's most important when you're ingesting media to only watch the filler episodes because that is the only thing I've seen of One Piece.
It's true. You joined us for, I think it was episodes like 46 to 48 or something like that.
Yes, and I remember every moment of it.
Yeah. Do you want to give us some highlights?
Oh, no, I don't. Let's see. They went to a sort of colony. They ate a bunch of food, but it turns out it was poisoned, and then they were going to get betrayed. And then some, like, big bad people showed up.
I don't remember any of this at all. What episode was that? Oh no!
So one of the guys eats a lot and like falls asleep for like the
Luffy.
whole whole episode. He's asleep. There's a guy who's just seems like a ninja.
Nice.
He's just like a martial arts guy.
Yep. This is the full like Fun Piece virginal tour experience because you truly have never ingested much at all.
Yeah. So do you not remember the story arc I'm talking about?
That was so many arcs ago, Sebastian. We're currently in the regular
I'm trying to
episode.
remember genuinely what. I think it wasn't Logetown. I think he watched the Buggy side story
I think it was the Buggy side story.
Yeah.
It was literally
no.
It was like 120 episodes ago.
There was like maybe there's a woman with an umbrella that like floated with an umbrella.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's Miss Wednesday? Miss Valentine.
Miss Valentine.
That's Miss Valentine. Whoa. Well, we might be talking about Miss Valentine tonight.
Well, don't spoil what her fruit is.
Yes, I will. I'm going to jump right into this. Can we jump right into this?
Yeah.
Do you want to explain what we're doing?
Yes. Okay. Also, if this is your first time, this is a One Piece podcast, but this is a filler episode, and we wanted to keep it One Piece related, and I am a person who... So anyway... We talk about the episodes. We're virgins in regards to the One Piece culture, and we're watching for the first time. Mike and we just finished watching episode 1 through episode 174, I believe, and we're gonna have that episode back next week for the recaps, back for the regular recaps. But for this week, we're doing something very special. I have put together a bracket where we have all 17, yes, the weirdest bracket ever, 17-person bracket of all 17 devil fruit that we have encountered so far. And we're going to decide in this very episode which devil fruit is the best devil fruit.
Yes, I've made a bracket of my own, too.
Yeah.
So without watching any of the show or knowing what the fruits do...
You have made informed decisions.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for you guys to do a filler episode in like 3 years when it's gone from 17 devil fruits to like 80.
Oh my God, I can't. I can't. That'll be a lot. I spent a lot of... It took me a very long time putting together all of this, but I'm excited. Should I go through the list of the devil fruits? I won't say the names of who they belong to.
Yeah.
All right. So the list of devil fruit that we have encountered so far in our virginal watch experience. the gum fruit, the smooth fruit, the chop fruit, the plume fruit, munch fruit, ox fruit, human fruit. I'm not going to say fruit anymore. Sand, flower, dice, spike, clone, wax, mole, bomb, kilo, and flame.
Well, it sounds like you're a spy and you're trying to activate.
Some poor listener just got Winter Soldier, Sleeper Soldier activated.
Someone is now activated and they're like, kill John Lennon. It's perfect. It's wonderful. I was going to go back. So those are all the fruits. Do you want to hear some of the predictions for fruit that Mike and I made that we have not encountered yet?
Ooh, okay. I want to add one already. Soul.
Ooh, soul. What the? Is that like you are just the bottom of shoes?
Yes. You're very good at being stepped on.
Some of the fruits that we predicted that we have not encountered yet, that we might, I don't know. The swoosh fruit.
Ooh.
The moon fruit, which might have to do with butts. I'm not sure. Why the lube fruit?
Which I will say, you guys got the smooth, which depending on the translation is also called the slip.
Yeah, lube, baby.
Oh.
Lube. Sorry, I don't know if that messes up your bracket.
Nope.
We said the hair fruit. Which would be someone can just control hair or make hair longer. The sticky fruit, which sounds nasty. We also had the puss fruit or the claw fruit, which we haven't encountered that. We encounter people with cat claws and things.
You did, yeah.
Fucking clawador. Fuck them.
Like an actual, like attached, not like attached as a weapon, but a person with cat claws?
Both?
Both.
Oh.
Yeah. Are you breathing?
What?
Well, I guess you're breathing. Anyway.
We're just doing a wellness check. Everyone's breathing.
Everyone is breathing. We're good. We also had the sheep fruit and the gun fruit, where you just control guns.
Oh, it's not like a Jar Jar Binks thing.
Gun? What?
Gungan.
Oh, Gungan. Gungan fruit. That's fun. Anyway, so I don't know if we want to start right off in this bracket, shall we? Cool. So Sebastian, you have gone through and you've actually filled out your entire bracket.
Yep.
Not knowing anything about.
It is 100% correct.
It is 100% correct, this bracket he has put together. Historian and I are going to have a spirited debate about which.
What is going on with this Sharpie?
I think it's broken.
It is very broken.
We need another one. Oh God, I'm
The
just stealing
wellness
your
check
pencil.
on the Sharpie
Wellness check.
has been
Oh no, it's broken. Bad. It's bad. Oh God, it's getting everywhere. Oh God. Okay. Hey everyone. This is a filler episode, so we like to be a little fast and loose. We love you all very much. Thanks for participating in the One Piece fun piece culture that we bring. I feel like normally episodes I'm like steering the ship, but Mike brings the comedy. And I'm just steering the ship today, and
I will not.
And nobody else. I'm not trying to obligate anybody else to bring the comedy, but I might need some help with the comedy here.
I will not be doing that.
Dang, historian.
You know that's not my role on this
All right,
podcast.
all right, everyone.
It's going to be a very dry.
We're gonna be very
dry filler episode.
If you're looking for something, you want to like go to bed. You know, something to fall asleep to.
Oh, yeah, we can do some ASMR. Mike and I did that before. We did
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Ooh, nice.
That's the sound of a McFlurry spoon
Oh,
in a Fiestaware bowl.
I was gonna say, send your emails. Guess what that sound
Oh.
was?
Oh yeah, send in your emails. And, we'll make some more sounds. Ready? You can guess here. Ooh, this is gonna
that's
be
a good one. That's a good one.
Guess in the Discord or at a transponder snail to funpiecepodcast@gmail.com and let us know what you think this is. let us know. Should I do it again one more time?
I think you can do that one more time, and then the bowl of the little things. I think you should do one of those too.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
ready? Here we go. One more time with the first sound.
This is actually better. This is better.
Anyway, there we go. That was that one. All right. And now the second one, you want me to just do like, here's the second sound. Just like.
Ooh, it's complex.
Do you think people enjoy listening to this, or they're just like, man, I'm just going to skip to next week?
I think you have a way of tracking that somehow.
Yeah, we do have a way of
You'll
tracking
know.
that. Hey, everyone, we have a way of tracking that, so you better listen this week because we need to keep this podcast going, everyone.
We'll know
please.
the exact moment you turned it off.
We will. We absolutely that is a trackable statistic. So if you shut off this podcast, I'll know. But anyway, we're gonna jump right into this bracket. Sorry, was that weird?
You're making it seem like it's homework for them.
It's not homework. Hey, everyone, this isn't homework. This is fun times, fun times for us all.
You don't want a failing grade in our podcast.
If anyone's getting a failing grade, it's me.
Well, just assume that everyone has fallen asleep by now
Yeah.
to those relaxing sounds of various coffee table objects.
Yeah. And now the best part is our voices and what we say for the rest of the podcast is going to inform their dreams that they have as they
Ooh.
continue to sleep.
Chased by spiders, chased by spiders, chased by spiders, chased by spiders.
All right. So first round, we have a bit of a wild card round to get into the best devil fruit so far as of anime episode 174. That's the title of the bracket. And, yep, best devil fruit so far as of episode 174.
Snappy.
It's like a Fall Out Boy song title. I
Yes.
like it.
Our first matchup to get into the bracket wild card is none other than the flower fruit versus the smooth fruit. I'm going to start with you, Sebastian. Let us know who you think won.
I gotta hide my list. I don't want spoilers.
Okay, let us know who you think won and give us your reasoning.
Okay, so in the flower versus smooth battle, I went with flower.
Ooh.
There's poisonous flowers. I feel like flowers are like vibrant. Maybe they have like a healing thing. Maybe they grow bigger. I couldn't think of anything really dangerous or powerful about being very smooth. They would be hard to hit, I suppose. That's a good point, me. But I'm still going flower because I'm just a fan favorite.
Oh, yeah.
I've been following flower from early on in their career.
Of course.
They speak to me.
Yeah. All right. So now we haven't really decided what we're going to do here. So now, historian, should we now actually go into why when we're choosing flower or smooth, should we like make an argument against one another, or should we just?
I think we should, because here's the thing. Sebastian doesn't know what these are. I think we should independently pick our own, and we only start an argument if he picks something different.
Okay. Yeah. Great. Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
All right. Making an argument with Sebastian, or are we making an argument with each other?
We can make an argument with each other.
Like if we pick something different.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. I also chose flower
Yeah.
fruit.
Solidly flower.
Solidly.
Like I said,
Smooth.
My list is 100% correct.
All right. We did it, everyone. On to round 2. That was the easiest bracket ever. Now we get into the nitty gritty. All right. Everyone ready? The first real matchup. We have none other than gum fruit versus flower fruit. Sebastian, you want to take it away first?
Yeah. So, I don't have good reasoning for this other than it is an anime. And I was like, this person's probably not made of gum, but maybe they are. And I figured maybe they're like indestructible, or like if they get hit by stuff bounces off them like gum.
Yeah.
So I went with gum fruit, taking the victory over flower fruit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Historian, how do you feel about that?
Gum Gum is also solidly my choice. I think having seen 3 episodes, and I don't even think they show the Gum Gum ability in those 3 episodes, you got that correct.
Yes, that is
Wow.
correct. That is correct.
Yeah.
You did it. That was correct.
Like I said, 100% correct.
I also chose Gum Gum against Flower Flower. Can I use people's names now that we made that distinction, or should we just continue to not use names of characters?
I think you're clear on my end because I wrote out the whole bracket. I already have
Yeah.
the winner for
Yeah,
the
cool.
whole thing.
I think once they're eliminated, you can explain who they were and what it did.
Oh yeah,
Because he had
for
a
sure.
very different interpretation of what Flower Flower was, and I think his version was very neat.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what about Smooth Smooth? Is
oh,
that
yeah.
just
Oh,
a
yeah.
smooth person?
Smooth Smooth is the character is named Alvita, and she is a sort of a rival pirate captain. You meet her, I think, in like one of the very first episodes of One Piece, and she's like this squanchy, like rotund, like chode, like
Real hottie.
woman.
A real hottie.
And she's like I'm Captain Alvita. And
He said Toad. He said Toad.
I didn't say Toad. I said Chode. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that's a bad explanation, but anyway. So yeah. So this is what Alvita looks like.
Yeah.
And then she took the smooth fruit, and then she became this. She got hot.
Oh.
And her skin became smooth, and I believe it's basically just like anything that like comes at her just slips off. Is that what it is? Yeah. That's about it. It's quite yeah.
I'll be honest. I think I prefer the before.
Yeah. Cool. And then we've also now eliminated Flower Flower.
Yes.
Flower Flower is the character Nico Robin, who is actually most recently the newest member of the Straw Hat crew as of the episode 174 that we've been watching. Nico Robin, she wears a cowboy hat, and she's
a lot of controversy on the podcast about if the cowboy hat is good or not.
I fucking love the cowboy hat. Mike hates the cowboy hat. There's 2 different cowboy hats. There's a purple one and a white one.
She might have been in the episodes. No.
She was. Yeah, she might have been at the time. She would have been known as Miss All Sunday.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you
yeah,
would have
yeah.
seen her. Yeah.
Yeah. So Miss All Sunday now also her real name is Nico Robin, or
Yeah.
just Robin for short. Robin is a member of the crew now. Much like Fast and the Furious, the villain becomes a part of the crew, part of family.
Yeah.
She was never a bad person. She was just following bad orders. And I know that's an argument people use for Nazi sympathizers, but she's better than that.
She is. Additionally, so she has a flower fruit, which like makes her able to sprout multiples of her limbs out wherever she can picture it, basically.
I'm pretty sure that's what I said.
It's exactly yeah. So like she can like make like if she wants, she can make like a giant like chain of her arms sticking out of one another and like swing across shit with her arm chain.
Gross.
Or she can like make like yeah, she's got lots of arms.
Oh.
But we've also talked about like what other multiples can she make? Can she make multiple heads? Can she make multiple legs?
There's a
Make
scene,
multiple butt cheeks.
There's a scene fairly recently where Usopp is falling through the sky and they can't find him. So
Yeah.
she makes basically a chain of her arms onto Luffy, and
So
she
fucking
puts
cool.
her eyes on them as well to get a visual to where he
Whoa.
is. So she can kind of do some weird stuff.
I believe when she's this is me making speculation because I haven't fully comprehended. I believe when she's like sprouting up those limbs though, she can't use the actual limbs on her body. Is that correct? Am I allowed to know that?
I don't think. I'm trying to think if it's ever actually established that it's like using her devil fruit nullifies her physical ability to move, but it is pretty standard. She does have a like an arm crossed pose that she makes when she is using her devil fruit ability that she is not then seen, you know, also running and hitting people while she's sprouting more limbs.
Yeah.
Did you have to be like rooted?
Maybe.
I don't think it's an established rule, but it seems like an unspoken thing that she is always in her, you know, her stance, and people will know what I'm talking about when I say her stance when she is using her ability.
Yeah. Cool. Well, then there we go. Let's move on to the next matchup of this round. Who's ready?
I am ready.
My next matchup is kilo fruit versus spike fruit. Is that what you have?
Yep.
What do you? Who do you got, Sebastian?
So for this round, I imagine dropping a heavy weight onto spikes,
Yep.
and imagine that the weight would crush the spikes.
Interesting.
So I went with kilo.
You know, I think I would also do that. I think I would also can't get them wrong, baby.
100% right so far.
I think I would also go with kilo over spike. Is that good for you, historian?
Yeah, no, I would 100% pick kilo in that round.
Nice. Spike fruit belonged to her name was Miss Doublefinger. She was a Baroque Works agent in a stupid secret undercover stupid secret organization that was trying to take over an entire country. But
wait, I think they were. Was she also part? I don't know if she was part of it.
both of them were. A bunch of the devil fruit users on this list were a part of the Baroque Works secret agent folks.
Okay, so I think I did see. I think I saw kilo.
You definitely
She-
saw. She's
blonde
got the
woman.
umbrella.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Doublefinger basically could make spikes, like sharp spikes, shoot out of any part of her body. Yeah. At there she is. She like made her fists into like giant like mace spiky ball ends.
Yeah, like morning stars.
One time she pinned Nami up to a wall and then she made her boobs shoot into spikes out, which was interesting. She always walked really weird though. She would walk like that's the audible version of that for all of you who it looked like she was about to like break in half every time she walked.
Whoa.
I can't remember her real name, her first name. I feel like it was Karen or something like that.
Karen.
I'm pretty sure it was something like that. It was like Karen or like I had somewhere.
Her name was Zala. Zala.
I feel like they gave it something else.
They might
though,
have.
in like
They
the,
might have given it.
the,
Hold on.
the Netflix
The
dub
Netflix
that
or
I
the
have.
English one. Let's.
Anyway, we've chosen Kilo.
Oh no, it's Paula.
Paula. That's what it is. It's Paula.
Paula.
Which is good. All right, moving on to our next matchup, folks. This is great. I love a bracket. Do you love a bracket? I love a bracket.
This is the best bracket I've ever been a part of.
Yeah, somehow you're 100% right so far. All right. Next up, we have the dice fruit versus the clone fruit.
So for this, one of them is a guarantee, and one of them seemed like random chance. So I went with clone.
Oh
Also,
my god!
If clone can make copies of themselves, it's a very, very powerful ability.
Yes, that was the correct answer. Was clone fruit? Yeah. Absolutely. What do you think, historian?
Oh, 100% clone. I'm biased
I am killing it
because I love the user of the clone fruit, so I am biased. But like,
It's
so
also-
far you are picking the ones. Yeah, that would be. Yeah.
It's also a very. It is a very powerful. We'll talk about it more in a bit. I'm
So
sure.
what's dice? What happened to the eliminated dice?
Dice fruit user their name is Mr. One, or also known as Das Bones. They were
Okay.
they were an assassin for the Baroque Works. They basically had not sword blades in their bodies.
Did he have one? Did he have long hair at some point?
I don't think so. No, he didn't. He didn't. No.
Okay.
That will be later in this bracket.
He was very short lived on the show. They kind of showed him for a bit, and then he had a couple episodes where he's fighting, and then boom, he's gone.
Oh wait, is his fruit named after slice and dice?
I think so.
Dice like chop dice.
Okay.
Not like.
Don't say chop though, because there's a
not
chop fruit.
There's a chop fruit, which is totally different. Dice yeah.
Oh, so my reasoning was completely wrong because I thought he was like
Gambling.
yeah,
Yeah.
gambling.
That would be very funny, actually, if there's a gamble fruit.
Yeah, or just like has like a pack of cards with him at all times,
like,
and just like you're just always losing against him.
They just turn their body into a human die, and then they roll around.
Yeah.
And they're like, looks like your odds were not in your favor. Anyway, you chose right again.
Yay! Hooray!
I was really hoping Dice. I did this at random. I just punched them all in and did it at random. I was really hoping that Dice and Chop would go against each other, just because that's fun. But anyway, up next, our next matchup of the bracket, we have the Chop fruit versus the Munch fruit.
Yes.
What do you got, Sebastian?
So with this one, I thought to myself, would I rather be karate chopped or bitten?
Yep.
And I thought it would be worse to be bitten. So I went with Munch.
Interesting. Historian? Chop or Munch?
I have a lot of feelings I want to say, and a lot of them are spoilers.
Oh no.
To me?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like this is like almost like the two of you trying to convince me, because I haven't chosen yet. Should we have done that from the start? You trying to convince me with context. You trying to convince me without context.
I mean, we wouldn't have to convince you. We both agreed so far.
That's true.
They both have their benefits. If
Yes.
I was to have to pick one of them to fight the other person, I would want the Munch.
Interesting.
I think.
Interesting. Well, we never defined best. When I said best devil fruit so far, are we going by most powerful or like best in a fight, or sort of?
I assumed it would be
Yeah.
who would win on one-on-one
Yeah, I think
combat.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah,
fair.
I think. I mean, it was a combination of both for me. I picked flour because I liked it more than smooth.
Yeah. I know what the chop fruit does. I'm trying to remember what the munch fruit does other than just bite. I feel like every time, sorry, this is going to be kind of get into context. I feel like munch was like he bit it and then he like absorbs their power.
So he can consume any material,
Yeah.
metal, wood, like anything, and then he
Yeah.
can produce things from his body with what he consumes.
That was very good.
That's the thing.
That is very
he
good.
eats part of their
Fuck.
boat and then is like, "Oh, I'm going to turn this into a weapon that I can shoot at you."
Yeah.
Which is why I feel like long-term Munch has more of a range. Not
Yeah.
that I don't love Chop. Chop is very fun and obviously makes you impervious to a lot of attacks.
Yeah. Mike would be throwing a fit right now.
He would.
He would be throwing a fit right now. Mike loves the chop fruit.
Well, Mike
person.
can
What if-
record a
what if
diss track for this.
Munch ate someone's fist.
What if he ate a piece of chop fruit?
They can't eat more than one devil fruit. We went over this.
No, but like a piece of the chop fruit person.
Well, he can then turn what he ate into other things. So I guess if he wanted to cannibalize someone and then use that as like a procreation
Oh, man.
technique to make a small version of himself,
I
he
think
could.
I think we're gonna. Should we? I think we're gonna go munch on this
I
one.
I would confidently say
I want to
Munch.
change one of my answers based off of the debate, which is I can't.
No, you can't. I'm going munch.
But only because eating a person and then making another person is another ability, I think, that I highly rated.
All right, we're going munch then. So the chop fruit belongs to none other than Buggy the Clown. Big Buggy fans. If Mike listens to this, he's gonna be throwing a fucking fit right now. He's gonna be like, "Are you kidding me? Fucking munch over chop." Chop is.
I'm just saying Munch has a lot of cool ability that I don't think has been taken advantage of.
It's true because he's dead.
Oh.
That shouldn't have any effect on whether it's the best devil fruit or not, if they are dead or not. That should not have any effect.
What was he killed by?
There's Buggy the Clown. So Buggy the Clown has
he's got claws.
Yeah, so chop fruit is basically he can break his body up into separate pieces. Like he break his body up like he was chopped, and then he can like individually move and control those pieces.
Oh,
He can segment his body basically
Yes.
and have independent control over
he's
them.
not doing the chopping. He has been chopped.
Yes.
Yes.
But he can like reform his body to like not like at one point he reforms his body without his like torso. So he's just like a head with arms and legs, and then his torso is off doing other shit.
What does a torso do alone?
Exactly. I don't know. I don't know. Hey everyone, if you want to, you should let us know what you think torso can do on its own.
Wait, do you not know?
I mean,
Is it not in the
basically,
episode?
I'm pretty sure in the episode they just like they like captured his torso, so he's just like little mini Buggy the Clown running around, and then eventually he finds his torso and he's like, "Oh, my body," and he gets all excited again. Anyway, so Munch moves forward. What an upset! What an upset, Munch. I'm excited.
So
100% right. So
I know
far.
so far. I don't know if that is 100% right because it seems like Mike might disagree with it. But
Mike-
as of
well-
this room,
As of this room, Munch moves forward. Mike is not here, so he can deal with it. Moving on to the next matchup, going to the other side of the bracket, we have none other than the flame fruit taking on the wax fruit, which is very funny.
Yeah, this is the ultimate gimme round.
Elements, baby, elements.
yeah. So I went with flame because it's a flame and the other one's wax.
Mm-hmm.
That's a real complex thing to understand.
That's the correct answer.
I was really when these two got paired. You guys made a comment, and I was like, "Is wax really strong?" Like,
No, it's not.
okay,
I mean, it's strong. It is strong. Wax is strong in the context of the show, but flame, way stronger.
nice. Okay.
Flame is way stronger. So I'm immediately putting flame. Do you have any argument to that, historian?
I mean, no, between the two, it goes to flame. I think wax is cool.
Yeah.
I love Mr. 3.
Yes.
Great
Mr. 3.
character. This is Mr. 3.
Mr. 3 is.
Oh wow, he's pretty waxy.
He's
Yeah.
gooshin'. He's gooshin' everywhere with his
Hold
little
on,
waxy
I
goosh.
gotta find a picture of his mech. He does build a wax mech at some point,
Mr.
and that's
3,
important.
Mr. 3 is also a member of the Baroque Works agents. He makes a little wax mech to fight. He also makes a weird pumpkin
it is
birthday
just
king.
wax.
It's just wax, yeah. And like he has like the number 3 on his head, made out of his hairs, shaped into the number 3, and then there's a little like candle wick on top. And whenever he uses his wax powers, the like candle like burns brighter. I don't know why.
I don't know. When you guys made a comment, I was like, maybe it's like not. I mean, Chop doesn't chop people; he gets chopped. So like maybe he like waxes poetic.
Oh,
Just like recites lyrics that no one can resist.
I mean, he does. He does monologue a lot.
It's anime.
Every monologue. Yeah.
Maybe he's named after his monologues though, and the wax molding is just like a side thing.
Yeah. Maybe. All right, we're moving on. This is a great episode. We should do brackets more often. Hey, everybody, if you like this bracket and you want to hear more brackets, send us a fucking message or whatever. You know,
you send me an email. I learned after the last time I don't actually have access to Sebastian@gmail.com. So send an email to Sebastian@hotmail.com. I'm sure I can get that one.
I hope people are sending emails to us. And then whoever has that is just like, what the fuck is a fun piece?
Is chop and wax.
Yeah. All right, next matchup. We have 3 matchups left of the round. We have none other than the mole fruit taking on the sand fruit.
Again, this seemed like a no-brainer to me. Moles dig through sand pretty easily. It's like their natural environment. So I went mole.
Interesting. I think this is the first moment where we differ, at least for me. I don't know how about you, historian. Are you going with mole or sand?
I just, and no offense to the Sand user, he's terrifying and powerful. I'm trying to think of any of his attacks and how they would affect the Mole user fruit.
Oh, you're saying? Oh, I guess we should be. I haven't been thinking about how they would match up against each other. That's
Yeah.
probably what I should be thinking
Oh yeah.
about. What an idiot! What an idiot! That's me. What an idiot!
Well, that's why,
Um,
I think, like,
Shit.
I mean, I feel like this follows a lot of the, like in Pokemon, you know how there's like the type matchups where it's like,
Yeah.
double effective or half effective.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sand's not going to do a lot to a mole. Like, Sand is
Oh, it's
powerful in its
not.
own right, and that was a very good boss battle
Yeah.
that we got to watch. But then, like, thinking about it, it's like, well, what of those are going to work on the Sand fruit user
You mean the Momo fruit?
or
user?
Momo? Sorry,
Oh my god. My mind just got fucking blown.
sorry.
Shit. Oh fuck. All right. Shit, it's Momo.
I'm really excited because
It's
if we're
very-
going
oh my
if we're going
God.
based off of reality, I'm really excited for the last matchup in the first
God
round
damn
of the
it.
bracket because it's human and bomb. So I think we know what's going to win that one.
All right. Well, I guess Momo wins. Yeah. God damn. Well, yeah, fuck you, crocodile.
Yeah,
The
do you want to
characters-
explain the sand?
Yeah, the sand fruit belongs to the head of the Baroque Works organization named Crocodile.
Oh.
Crocodile has the intent to take over the world. That's there he is. Basically, he could like get.
looks like he's made out of sand.
He's kind of made out of sand. He can also like absorb moisture from people.
So I need. Sorry,
Um,
I'm going to interrupt your conversation.
Sure.
So with devil fruits, some of them have been confirmed. Like we know what they looked like when the person ate them. Like we saw Luffy eat the gum fruit, so we know what it looks like. Now, when you eat a devil fruit, you don't know what power you're going to gain from it. It's kind of a crapshoot. Like you don't know what you're going to get most of the time. Now look at this devil fruit. That is what he ate. He's like, you know what's a good idea? I'm going to eat this. And then he became a sand man.
That looks like that. So what we're looking at is a picture of the sand fruit. It's like a round, almost basketball, and then it has
It looks like
it's two little adorable cactus arms.
It's a little like sandy watermelon that wants to give you a hug.
Yeah, it's
You know what looks appetizing? This thing with spikes.
this thing looks spiced. What the fuck?
So do they have to eat the whole thing? Or
Yeah.
just-
No, you can just have a bite because most people
I like,
it's
I like the exact opposite of those two answers.
I don't fucking know.
That was immediately like, yeah.
You're so confident about answering things.
I don't know anything. I'm a
Um,
fucking One Piece virgin. I don't know the
When
fuck I'm
I've
talking about.
absorbed so much One Piece content.
You have, proud of you.
No, most people, because like even Luffy took, I think Luffy might have swallowed it whole.
He swallowed that whole
Yeah,
fucker.
he swallowed it whole. But most people take a bite, and it's usually so repulsive, and then also puts you through a physical transformation that they only eat the bite.
Oh, okay. So I have lots of. So my first question is: so what about the rest of the devil fruit? Can other people take a bite?
No,
No.
it disintegrates basically.
Okay.
Yep.
So then, when I made this list, like I said, I watched that one episode where Luffy eats a lot of food, and I thought he was Munch Munch.
That's a fair.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's not Munch Munch.
No.
No, sorry.
Well,
there's
Gum Gum doesn't make it very far on my list.
yeah. One other thing to talk about Crocodile. Crocodile has a big scar across his forehead, and I'm convinced that he also had like a gold hook on his hand, even though he's kind of made out of sand. And we were like, why doesn't he just remake his hand out of sand? Why does he have a hook?
The hook's cool.
Well, the hook is cool. It also helps him like channel his power or some shit. Whatever. Look at Pippa. She's just in it. Pippa the cat is fucking in it right now.
If you are listening to this podcast, take a moment to look at Pippa.
I'm gonna take a picture and we'll post it in the Discord. Boom, she's in it. Also, but I'm convinced he has a scar across his face. I'm convinced when he first got the hook, he went to wipe his nose in his sleep or something like that, and just fucked his face up real bad.
You know, can I share my own fan theory that I made up this moment?
Yeah.
When he was eating the, what is it? The sand fruit.
Yeah.
One of the cactus spikes scratched him just before he got his powers.
That's pretty good, actually. Maybe he like went right for it and it just like right off the top.
Yeah, one of those little hands coming up for a hug.
Yeah. There's fan theories that he's a mom.
A mom?
That crocodile's a mom. We can talk about that another time.
That sounds complicated.
Yep. Anyway, the next matchup, we have 2 matchups left of round 2. We have the plume fruit versus the ox fruit. Sebastian, what have you chosen?
All right. So this one, I thought a long time about and realized I had no creative ideas about what plume would do. So I went with ox because I thought he's probably just a big, strong guy. And that was it.
So you chose
Ox.
ox. Oh man. I think I have to differentiate for this one, historian.
I think
I think we have to
Yeah.
differentiate from you for
and
this one.
that's no fault of your own. Plume is very vague. We didn't explain, like, for flour, we specified it was the flour in the garden, not the baking product.
Well, so is this a poison-based person?
No.
Smoke,
Smoke.
Oh.
like plumes of smoke.
Okay.
So that was not specified. A lot of these can be taken multiple different directions, like dice.
Yeah.
I think if you told me that it was a plume of smoke, I still would have went with ox.
Fair. That's fair.
That's fair.
This is okay. This is fine. We're gonna go with the plume fruit, but you're gonna go with the ox. Should we?
This
should
is
we?
the first deviation.
This is the first deviation, but that doesn't mean we might have the same final answer because everything else is very close to the same.
Yeah. So just
last round is going to be the same, but let's explain the ox.
it'll sound like we're just gonna keep flowing with this podcast, but we're gonna pause for a second, have a deep deliberation about what we should do right now, and then we'll pick it back up, and then it's gonna be a seamless transition.
Right
So what does
now.
So
ox do?
There's-
So ox.
yeah,
Ox fruit belongs to his name is Dalton.
oh, we love Dalton.
We love Dalton.
Love Dalton. Also, I think it's important to specify this is ox fruit, but it's the bison model.
Oh, there's
Yes.
different models.
There's different models.
There are specifically of the devil fruits. There he is. Look at him.
It's a big, strong man.
We love Dalton.
So there's devil fruits that are like straight up devil fruits, and then there are Zoan type devil fruits, which tend to be in regards to like mammals.
I mean, yeah, zoology. It's
Zoology.
animals.
And basically they afford the person who has consumed that devil fruit the ability to change their form in a couple different ways. So the ox fruit allows Dalton to go from like big beefy man into like a big hulking ox, or like a weird amalgamation of ox and man form.
Yeah, he gets the Disney Beauty and the Beast treatment, basically.
Yeah.
He's a big boy.
Okay. That was like kind of what I was picturing.
Yeah. However, we're going with the plume fruit. We'll talk more about the plume fruit later.
Yeah.
Eventually, yeah.
If we chose ox fruit over plume, Mike would have thrown an even bigger.
Yeah, that would have been. Mike has a tattoo in relation to the
He
plume
does.
fruit.
Mike got a tattoo,
Got a tattoo?
in relation to the plume fruit.
Wow,
He's
all
all
right.
in. 174 episodes in the One Piece. He's all in.
Well, I'm sorry if I offended you, Mike. I have no idea what these things are.
Yeah, he's not here. He can't argue. He can argue on the Discord with everyone and be like, "Those fuckers don't know what the fuck they are talking
I
about."
think next week's episode should just be Mike doing a diss track over this, like it's Mystery Science Theater.
I like that. It could also just be Mike does the bracket very quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, our last matchup of the second round, we have the human fruit versus the bomb fruit.
So in this instance, I've not watched a lot of anime. I've watched maybe 2 animes from start to finish.
Okay.
So I thought,
Wait, what animes are those?
Yeah.
Full Metal Alchemist,
Original or Brotherhood?
both actually.
Nice. Okay.
Nice.
And then I watched One Punch Man.
One Punch.
and one episode of My Life as a Slime or whatever we
That
watched.
time I got reincarnated as a slime.
Yeah, and it was super weird and like a little like overtly sexual in strange ways. And then I stopped. That was the last anime I watched, other than the 3 episodes of One Piece.
Hell yeah.
That other time.
We're very sorry we made you watch that one episode. We didn't know what we were getting into either.
I think it was a bonding experience of we were all a little traumatized.
Yeah. It was good. It was great. It's wonderful.
So anyway,
Yes.
I was thinking that, it's human versus bomb. If this is just one human in a room versus a bomb.
Yeah.
You're probably gonna go bomb. But then I was like, it's probably like an anime thing where like the human is like adaptable or like, can do a whole bunch of different stuff. They're creative, or like they have like the soul of all humanity within them.
Wow.
So I went human
Nice.
as a little bit of a gamble,
Nice.
thinking they might like, have super human powers.
I agree. Yeah. Did you write Bomb Bomb?
I wrote bomb, but I regret it because I know it's not right. In the instance of human versus bomb, the bomb wins.
However,
But in One Piece, I think
One
we're allowed
Piece.
to explain what the human fruit is at this point.
sure, that's fine. I'm down.
Yeah. So
I'm not
much
gonna
like
change my list.
much like there's a Zoan fruit that makes people animals, the human fruit made an animal more human.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's a little reindeer with a blue nose named Tony Chopper.
What?
And he ate the human fruit, and now he practices medicine.
Wait, why is his name Tony Chopper?
That was the name he was given
His
by
name
his
is-
adopted dad.
His adopted dad gave him the name Dr. Anthony Chopper. He called him Tony Chopper, but we like to call him Dr. Anthony Chopper.
When he was a reindeer or when he was a human?
Both.
No.
They met when they met right after Chopper ate the human fruit.
So I'm just saying, was he named Tony Chopper as a reindeer?
No, he was a
Okay.
he was a wild
he was
reindeer.
just a reindeer.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was a wild reindeer with a blue nose, and his entire pack was like, "Fuck you, get out of here."
He got Rudolphed, basically.
Yeah, he did get Rudolph.
He got Rudolph.
He got Blue-dolphed.
He got Blue-dolphed, and then he got Blue-dolph. He ate the human fruit, or maybe he ate the human fruit before he got Blue-dolphed.
I mean, he was pretty Blue-dolphed before, and the human
Yes.
fruit didn't help because the human fruit transformed him.
And then he
became bipedal. He could speak now. Everyone's like, "Yo, what is this thing?"
And then he tried to join the humans, and the humans were like, "What the
the
fuck
fuck?
is it?"
You fucking monster, get out of here.
Yep.
Yeah, imagine if the reindeers were judging you on your blue nose. Turning into half a human was not going to win them over.
Meanwhile, Mr. Five, who has the bomb fruit, he's also a Baroque Works agent.
Yeah.
His thing is that he can is it he takes a part of him, or he just
Oh,
parts of him
shit.
explode? Yeah, he
threw like a booger or something.
Yeah, and it explodes.
Yeah, he can expend parts of himself and make them explode, or he can cause explosions with his body that don't damage him.
Yeah.
All this time ago, when I was in this room recording the last podcast,
Yep.
I remember making an explosive diarrhea joke.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But I mean, if you put the two of them against each other, I still think Chopper would win.
Yeah, there's more.
Chopper's a little scaredy cat,
He's a little scaredy cat, but my God, can that man throw hits?
He's a big old boy.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Well, yeah. I'd say I'm pretty proud of my list.
Hell yeah.
So far.
Hey, we're moving on to round 3 of the bracket. Are we ready? Do we need to take an interlude? Anyone know a good joke that we can put in here to it be an interlude between rounds?
I thought we explained at the start of this episode that Sebastian and I were not responsible for the
All right,
comedy.
I got one.
Okay. Okay.
Knock, knock.
Sorry, who's there?
Olive.
Olive who?
Olive. You. All. You Fun Piece podcast listeners. All of you. Is that good?
Yeah, we're really ratcheting up the comedy.
We are
Yeah.
ratcheting. All right. Next round, we have the Gum Gum Devil Fruit taking on the Kilo Fruit. Sebastian, who you got?
Now that I know who each of these people are,
Yep.
I know that I'm wrong because I actually I think I watched an episode where these two fought.
Sure.
So I put Kilo as the winner,
Okay.
but I'm pretty sure that is incorrect.
Yeah. What do you get? Well, it's not. It's a matter of opinion. Okay.
It's
That's
a
fine.
matter of opinion, and we have to take into account. It's like, yes, we know Luffy uses the Gum Gum. He is technically the main antagonist of One Piece, so you're gonna watch the Gum Gum fruit win a lot.
Yeah.
But
sure.
is it because it's better or the power of friendship?
That's true. It could be. He does have.
It's got family.
Yeah.
I will probably be picking Gum Gum Fruit. Sadly. I'm sorry we were differentiating.
That's
so.
okay.
No, I think
Um,
I think it still goes to Gum Gum.
All right. We're moving on, though, to the next round, which I'm excited
Mhm.
about. The Clone Fruit versus the Munch Fruit.
All right. So in making this list, I thought making other copies of yourself is a very strong power.
Yeah.
So then we talked about Munch and how maybe he could cannibalize someone and then make
Make a copy.
make small versions. And I was like, well, shit, then he's just clone with like some versatility. But because we had not had that conversation before, I advanced clone over Munch.
I'm also advancing Clone over Munch.
Yes.
Clone.
Yeah,
Clone is like so fucking.
absolutely it is.
Can we say who Clone is at this point?
Yeah, I think we can go.
We can just
through,
say who everyone is.
Well,
yeah.
we should explain Munch, I guess,
Oh.
first, because Munch is now being eliminated.
We also didn't mention. Okay, so we'll just backtrack to the last matchup too. So there's Gum Gum, which belongs to Luffy, Monkey D. Luffy.
Yep, who I thought was Munch.
Yep. Kilo Fruit belonged to Miss Valentine, who's a member of the Baroque Works. And basically, she could make her body as light as she wanted or as heavy as she wanted, willingly. So,
Yeah.
like, she had an umbrella. She would make herself so light she would float into the air, and then she would hover over someone, make herself as heavy as possible, and then fall down on top of them.
That was like the one fight I think I saw.
Yeah. The Clone Fruit. Oh, we'll go with Munch. Munch Fruit, who has been eliminated,
Wobble.
belonged to Wapple, who his name is Wapple.
Oh my god!
He's a big old boy, and he was like the
He can eat things and make them part of
like a house.
Oh wow, that was not what I was expecting.
he,
He's like a machine.
He was like basically a dictator of the entire Drum Island that Chopper was from. He like took over and he basically created the American healthcare system to fuck over all of the citizens of the island. What? That's what he did.
Oh,
He was like,
One
all your
Piece?
doctors are dead except for my 20 doctors who are great, and everybody has to do what I say, and then they can get free health care. They can get health care, and if they don't do what I
Yeah.
say, then fuck them.
Was Chopper one of the good doctors?
Technically, yeah.
No.
He became. Oh, sorry, no. He was a
Really
he was a
wasn't?
doctor. He wasn't a doctor, a
No.
full-fledged doctor yet. Sorry. There was
Okay.
There was Dr. Kureha, also known as Dr. Kurt Reha, and then there was Dr. Hiroluk.
But neither of them were Wapple's doctors.
No, they weren't.
Yeah, they specifically were on the run because she wanted to
Oh, okay.
continue to practice medicine
were-
illegally.
They were illegal back alley doctors.
Okay.
She would basically just do. Dr. Kureha would do medicine for wine.
She would show
Nice.
up at your house and be like, "Oh, your kid's sick? Okay, I'll fix him. But I really like your dining room table and
Yeah.
all of this dishware you have. So I'm gonna pack that up in my sleigh. See you later."
And they would be like, okay.
That's how much better.
Yeah. Clone Fruit belongs to Bon Clay, who was technically an agent of Baroque Works. He was Mr. 2. And basically, the Clone Fruit's ability is anyone that Bon Clay touches, he can then replicate himself to look like them.
Oh, okay. He's a Mystique.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
He's Mystique, but if Mystique was also Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
Yes. Bonclay's the best. We love Bonclay. Bonclay's a good time. Bonclay ends up joining the Straw Hats and like being like, I love you so much.
So he cannot make copies of himself.
No, he cannot. He can just like replicate other people.
If he replicates somebody with powers, does he get their powers?
No.
Interesting. Okay.
He's a really good dancer though.
I mean, that makes up for it, I guess.
Yeah. He at one point, yeah. Anyway, our next matchup is Flame Fruit versus Mole Fruit.
Yeah.
And I know who I'm going through with.
I was picturing a mole being able to tunnel underground, and an efficient way to defeat something that tunnels is by burning it out. So I went with Flame.
I was going to say my brain immediately went to those videos of people pouring like molten materials into the fire ant things and making sculptures out of them.
Just fucking like making those weird like ant sculpture things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Flame Fruit all the way. Flame Fruit is the best. We love Flame Fruit.
Also, you said, I think they do those with all ants, but you did specifically say fire ant, which I would imagine would be what the child of Flame and Mole would be. A fire ant.
Fire ant. I like that. The owner of the Mole Fruit was Miss Merry Christmas.
Where did she get her name?
They don't explain. Fuck.
No, Baroque's work agents, depending on their rank, usually it is a partner of a man and a woman. And one of them is always named after a holiday. So
yes.
she, in her set, she was Miss Merry Christmas, much like there was Miss Valentine's, Miss All Sunday, like all.
Wait, what was the Sunday one?
Well, she was just Miss All Sunday.
That's Robin, who's the
yeah.
flower fruit.
Oh.
But Miss Merry Christmas, yeah, she had the Momo.
I just realized something.
Yeah.
I missed a devil fruit.
Which one?
I missed the
baseball dog?
The baseball dog.
What?
There's a.
What is the name of the fruit though?
I'm pretty sure it's the it's the dog fruit, right? Or it's like the canine fruit with like dog variety.
Hold on, I'm trying to Google things and I'm going to ask that you don't because I think there are. Oh, okay. So it is the dog fruit. It's the dachshund model.
Model.
It was a gun that
gun.
ate the fruit and became a dog gun.
They fed the dog.
Inanimate
fruit.
objects can eat devil fruits, by the way. That is a thing.
They fed they fed the dog fruit to an inanimate gun.
Well, I'm glad he's not on the list because I would never have predicted that the dog fruit was actually mostly gun.
He just shot out fucking baseballs out his mouth. That's Miss Merry Christmas, the mole fruit.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
that's
she's something.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. Anyway, mole fruit loses to flame fruit. The owner of the flame fruit is none other than Portgas D. Ace, Monkey D. Luffy's half brother. And he is sexy as fuck.
Grab the figure from the other room.
I can go grab the figure. I'll be right back. My microphone's just gonna sit.
All right, everyone, just I know you've been sleeping for 45 minutes now, but if you are still awake,
almost an hour.
I figured they probably fell asleep 15 minutes in. Just picture Matt walking out of the room.
Being chased by spiders, being chased by spiders, being chased by spiders.
Oh my goodness.
That's Ace.
That's a very shirtless man.
He was warranted and pertinent enough that I spent money on a plastic statue of him.
That's Ace.
So he obviously does stuff with flames.
Yes.
Why does he have a knife?
That's a question for a historian.
Knife stuff? I don't know. Knives are still useful.
I suppose that's true for like cutting ropes. But he could also just burn ropes.
Cutting food?
He can also just burn food.
You could burn food? Yeah. He's very powerful, though. All right, folks, our last matchup, which is different between Historian and I, have plume fruit versus the human fruit. And Sebastian has...
Ox versus human. Ox versus human.
Interesting. Who do you have, Sebastian?
I went with ox because I forgot my reasoning for human before.
Fair
and
enough.
I just went, well, an ox is going to be stronger than a human.
Fair enough. Well, we already went through who owns both of those ones.
Yep.
We went through human fruit. Plume fruit belongs to none other than the White Hunter Smoker, Captain Smoker.
Man.
He is a grizzly, beefy member, captain in the Marines, like the worldwide Marines who like police the entire world in One Piece.
Is it so his name is Captain Smoker?
Yes.
Yeah.
He doesn't have another name?
He doesn't have another name. No.
No.
His name is, I guess the whole thing is White Hunter Smoker, Captain Smoker. But he just like, he's grizzled. He doesn't really wear a shirt a lot, but he always wears like a bandolier, and the only thing on the bandolier is just more cigars. And he always has 2 cigars in his mouth, and he's just like,
This is Smoker.
he's like, hello, straw hats. It's
Okay.
me, Smoker. Mike has Smoker's, what's it called? He has like a staff.
Cough.
Hold on, I'm covering the top half.
He has a special staff on it
Ooh.
that Mike has tattooed onto his
Specifically,
leg.
yeah, his staff is made of sea prism stone, which nullifies other people's devil fruit powers. So
Oh.
when they're hit or trapped with it, they can't use their abilities anymore.
Wow. So is he like a devil fruit user hunter?
Kinda. He's like the most lawful.
He's a paladin.
He's the
Yeah.
most lawful good. But anyway, so I'm gonna go with the plume over human. I think Smoker would beat the fuck up on Chopper.
Yeah.
Lost your pencil. All right, but this is going to be interesting, though. We're down to the Final Four, folks. Final Four. It's March Madness, right? I don't watch sports except for sports entertainment. But
We're taking a short pencil search break.
pencil search break, baby.
But once again, we'll just edit this
here.
out, and it will seamlessly transfer to after we have found the pencil.
It's good. I got a Sharpie to Historian. We're good. We're down to the Final Four. Our Final Four matchups. Here we go. Are we ready? Do-do-do-do. 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 That's The Price is Right, but it's fine. Oh, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Discord.
Ignore the Discord noises.
Discord noises. People, y'all who are listening right now, you're popping off in the Discord, and we appreciate it. Folks, if you're listening and you haven't joined our Fun Piece Discord, the link is in the description of the episode.
And if you're, just because we're talking about Discord, if you're hearing Discord sounds during the podcast, it's not from this podcast. Go check all your devices.
Yeah. Hey, Google, join Discord.
There you go.
I did it. That's a fun bit that Mike did one time. I miss Mike a lot. No offense. I like chatting with both of you.
It's okay. I knew I was a downgrade.
No, you're not a downgrade. You're not a downgrade at all.
No, I mean, side grade. I mean, I
No.
don't watch the show.
You-
It's okay.
All right.
I'm just going. This is just a bracket of vocabulary for me.
It's true. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Final Four. Our penultimate matchups. Gum versus Clone. Who you got?
So I had Clone versus Kilo on my bracket.
Right.
That's okay. Kilo did not win this anyway.
All right.
And knowing that Gum is, I forgot his name.
Luffy.
Luffy.
Yep.
I think Clone being able to be anyone, now that
Yeah.
I know that that's a thing, he could impersonate any of Gum's friends,
It's true.
which he relies heavily on based off of the 45 minutes of the show that I've watched.
Yeah.
And anyway, I had Clone going forward.
Hell yeah. Historian, who you got? Clone or Gum Gum?
I don't know.
I don't know either because I'm thinking about this and I'm kind of like, I feel like because Luffy and Bon Clay haven't actually fought. No. It was Sanji and Bon Clay, and I'm pretty sure Bon Clay got beat up by Sanji.
That's what the podcast has been missing this episode is Brooklyn Sanji.
Hey,
He's finally here.
Luffy, you gonna fight Bon Clay? I already beat him up. So
I have to assume that's a perfect impersonation.
Yeah, that's it. I'm wondering if, because if Bon Clay turned into like someone that Luffy didn't want to punch, like if
Luffy has never met a person he didn't want to punch.
well, what if he turned into Nami? He's never punched Nami, but Nami's punched him.
Luffy would punch Nami.
Wasn't there an arc where Luffy didn't fight because wasn't there like a sea monster or something that he didn't fight for?
Laboon?
I don't remember.
A whale?
He beat the shit out of Laboon.
It's good. Oh, he did beat the shit out of Laboon. All right,
No,
so it's
but
Luffy, right? It's Gum Gum, right? I think it's Gum Gum.
But
I'm trying to think of.
I'm trying to remember a conversation about a show that I didn't watch before I watched it. Before I watched a few episodes.
Sure.
I thought there was an episode where Luffy didn't fight for there was an arc where Luffy didn't fight for a good chunk of it because he had no personal reason to fight the person.
He did do this.
And
yeah.
then until
when they were on at Arlong Park, he literally was just like walking around just doing nothing until Nami cried, and then he was like, "Oh, now I'm gonna fight."
Yeah.
But before that, he's just like, "Yeah, whatever. I don't got no stake in this."
So yeah, what if Clone turned into Nami and cried over other things?
This is a good question.
The argument for Clone is relying very heavily on Luffy being gullible, which is correct.
Yeah, I mean, the only time I saw him, he like ate too much poisoned food or some weird thing.
I mean, he would like Bon Clay could literally turn into Luffy and be like, "Hey, you don't want to punch yourself," and then Luffy would be like, "Oh yeah, that's right."
Pretty good argument. I don't know.
I like that I'm winning this argument.
I mean,
despite not really knowing
I mean,
anything.
honestly, I think I know who I'm going to pick to win overall. So, like, at this point, it don't matter to me. I'm gonna choose Luffy for this round.
So, are you saying that the winner of this round is probably losing the next round?
Yes,
Okay.
that's how I feel.
Okay.
How do you feel about that, historian?
I think my winner is also on the other side of the bracket.
All right, so you choose Luffy over Bon Clay?
Yeah, let's go Luffy.
We'll go with Gum Gum Fruit over Clone Fruit.
Yeah.
Our last matchup before the ultimate matchup, our penultimate matchup, Flame Fruit versus Plume Fruit. Fire versus Smoke. Who do you got, Sebastian?
I had a fire versus an ox.
Oh, sorry, Fire versus Ox.
I went with Flame over Ox.
All right, that's fair. That makes sense.
Yeah. Oxes historically don't like being lit on fire.
It's true. They get maybe they taste good though. I've heard oxtails delicious.
Yes, terrible for the ox though.
Yeah, that's historian. Flame for us. Flame or Plume.
I think technically it goes to Flame.
I think it goes to Flame as well.
I don't know. So in your thing, so that guy turns into smoke.
Correct.
So anytime Flame missed, it would create more smoke. Like eventually, after like the battle had been fought for a little while, wouldn't the whole thing be smoke?
I guess so, but couldn't Flame get burned so hot
I mean,
that he like
technically,
burns
I
through?
don't know. I don't know.
They do technically fight in an episode. It comes to like a standstill where he just runs away.
Yeah,
like that's the whole he escapes.
I'm pretty
Who
sure
runs away?
Flame.
Flame runs away, but
Flame is able to escape.
But I think it was.
But it's like a blow for blow fight, basically.
Yeah, I don't think it was necessarily a Flame being like, I'm giving up. I think he was just like, I got other stuff I gotta do.
Got some oxtail to roast.
Got some oxtail to roast. I'm gonna go with Flame. Folks, if you think that Smoker could beat Ace in a fight, then you fucking run me dry. I'll put a poll in the Discord saying who would win in a fight, a fucking Ace or Smoker, and then y'all can fight it out and then tell me I'm wrong. But I'm gonna go with Flame.
Do you want to? Me and Mike is in the Discord right now. Do you just want to call him really quick and he can decide this one?
We can. He's not. I'm not gonna be able to hook him up to the.
That you just put him on speaker on your phone.
Oh, like call him?
Yeah, we've done this before.
Have you messaged him?
No.
Okay. Hey everyone, we're doing this live.
I think you should get the least amount of context possible.
All right.
That's what this entire podcast is right now.
I hope Mike. We're calling speakerphone.
Hello.
Hey Mike.
Hey, what's up?
You're live on the Fun Piece podcast filler episode. How are you doing?
That's a bloated question.
Sorry. No context. Who would win in a fight? Podcast D Ace or Smoker?
Hold on.
I know it's a really tough question.
Smoker. I think Smoker's too wet for Ace to have much effect.
That is not the answer I was expecting.
Ignitable. Hold on.
I can hear you typing.
Smoke contains flammable compounds. Smoker might be at a disadvantage.
That's what I'm saying. That is exactly what I'm saying.
But it depends on how, is he what was his fruit? Was it the smoke fruit?
It's the plume fruit. The plume fruit versus the flame fruit. We're doing a best devil fruit bracket. I didn't tell you any of this. I apologize, but we were trying.
Really, what matters most is how moist Smoker is. I'm biased.
You are
I'm
biased.
just gonna live in that, and I'm gonna go with best boy of One Piece, Smoker.
Okay.
I know a lot of casual One Piece fans might think it's port ass D Ace, but it's really Jonathan Smoker.
Okay. Cool. Great. Wonderful. Thank you for your input. I apologize for bothering you on this.
No, it's okay.
evening.
I'm just drowning sorrows in video games. Cool. How's the episode going?
It's going
Should I
well.
ask this right now? You're in the middle of it.
Should I edit this part out of the episode?
No, leave it in. It's all good.
All right. I can call you
People
back.
need to know.
I'll call you back when we're done.
People are gonna think that I'm dead if I'm not on an episode, so they have to know that I'm alive.
Yeah, you're definitely alive. We love you very much. I'll call you when we're done recording. We're almost done.
All right, sounds good. Love you guys.
Okay, love you.
Bye.
Bye. You heard there, folks. You heard it there.
Yes, Mike is alive.
Mike is alive, and he chose the plume fruit over the flame fruit. How does everyone feel about that? You said you were, yeah? Historians going with the plume plume fruit?
Okay, Plume was eliminated a long time ago because I didn't fully understand.
That's
what
fair.
It was.
All right. Well, we're gonna have differentiated answers. Well, maybe here's what we'll do. We'll have our answer, and then we could put our answer up against yours.
Final one?
That's fun. That's kind of fun. All right, Sebastian, your final matchup.
My final matchup is Clone versus Flame.
Ooh.
And again, I thought that one of them could make copies of themselves.
Yep.
So I went with Clone.
Wow. Shit.
But now, like, knowing that I really feel like impersonating other people is very strong, and like you can win fights without fighting them.
That's fair. It's
yeah.
a very like non-combative devil fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a non-violent fought fruit.
You fight with your mind.
Mind fight. It's a mind fight. All right, historian. Our final matchup on our side of our bracket We had the Gum Gum fruit versus the Plume Plume fruit, which I don't know if we've had a full-on Luffy versus Smoker fight. We've had like a chase, but we've never had like a Luffy versus Smoker fight, which is kind of exciting. That's kind of exciting to think about.
I can't wait for it.
Who do you got? Who do you think?
This is difficult because I am biased because I have consumed all of One Piece. I know what people are capable of later on in the show.
Sure.
She's seen the future.
That hands down, it's like, oh, it's Gum Gum.
Yeah.
But yeah, where you guys are in the series, I don't think there has been a true Smoker versus Luffy fight. Just kind of a bunch of chase scenes.
Yeah.
Smoker just kind of shows up to be law enforcement, and chase them Scooby-Doo style, and then we move on.
If for me, based on just kind of only the episodes that I've watched so far, the 174 episodes I've watched, plus the Django's Dance Party short film.
Very important.
Based on solely those things that I have watched, and some of the memes I have partaken, I would have to go with the Plume Plume fruit, which is not how I was expecting this bracket to go, because I think Smoker would just literally create smoke, trap Luffy's entire being inside of the smoke, and choke him to death. That'd be it. Dude, done. Or he'd like go inside of him. Like, you know when like Neo at the end of the Matrix goes inside Mr. Anderson? Or sorry, that's the same person. He goes inside Mr. Smith.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it was like Legend of Korra, when evil people start becoming airbenders and they like kill the queen by just ripping the air out of her lungs.
Oh, that's so fucked up. That's a kid's show.
That's a kid's show.
Yeah, they did go really into the murder on the second series there.
Well, anyway, so I'm going with Smoker then.
I think honestly, I think it's a really good matchup that could go either way.
I think it could go either way. I'm going to go with Smoker. I would say that if it was Luffy versus Ace, Ace would beat Luffy 100%.
Oh, 100%.
Fucking Plume Plume fruit. Look at that. Oh, the app just did little like confetti. That was fun.
Get a little like Super Bowl celebration.
Plume Plume. Let's go. So congratulations, Smoker, Captain Smoker. Now, if we put Smoker up against Bon Clay, the winner of Sebastian's bracket.
Now, you said he was like a paladin. Like, he's lawful good.
Correct.
He's fucked.
That's true, because Bon Clay is like fucking chaos.
Yeah, well, I mean, he could just be like, he could be anything good.
He could turn into fucking, oh God, what's her name? Kashigi? Bon Clay could
Toshigi?
Kashi, isn't it K? Kashigi?
Tzatziki. It's a Greek sauce.
Yes.
Who's Kashigi?
No, Toshigi is her name.
All right, so Bon Clay
Kawina.
Kawina.
Yogurt
Kawina too. Toshigi, he could just turn into Toshigi, and then Smoker would be like, I could never hit her. She is my second in command. And then he would just disappear into the abyss. That's interesting.
Yeah,
Bon Clay.
If he's lawful good, like if Smoker's lawful good, like you're saying he is.
Yeah.
And like anyone who just doesn't play by the rules, he's just not gonna be able to.
Oh, I don't know if he's straight lawful good. What is he like? He's not lawful good. He's
lawful.
He's like true neutral. I don't even know.
No, lawful neutral. He abides by what the laws are and like does not budge from that.
Okay.
No, well
so
that's
just
lawful.
for the listeners of the show.
That's
they did
lawful
say
good.
He was a paladin.
Yeah.
I don't think paladins can be anything other than lawful good.
Well, I mean,
Right?
okay, so he's
yes,
like,
but if the
this is
law,
like D&D stuff.
but
We're
if the
getting
law,
deep into this.
but if the law is corrupt, he is still following the law. So that is why it is technically lawful.
he doesn't follow the law though, because he does what's right.
Oh yeah, he will break it sometimes.
He breaks the law to do what's right.
He will let people go if
So would
they
that
can
be
help
lawful good, or is that lawful neutral, or is that chaotic?
How often does he
Good.
fight alone? Because he's like part of like he's like a naval.
I feel like he's mostly fighting alone.
He
Like
is in
he's-
charge of a lot of people, but he is the only one, with superhuman ability. So it's usually just him in combat.
Yeah.
But like, so
he
what
orders other people to do things.
What if Bon Clay kills one of his
tzatziki.
No, not even any Greek sauce.
Yeah.
Like just somebody on the boat. Like,
Yeah.
because he's on a boat, right?
Yeah, most of them are on boats. Yes.
So
Pretty much
like-
everyone's on a boat.
So like
I'm
so
on a
there's,
boat. Sorry.
So if he just kills one of his crew, or like replace them, ties him up, throws him overboard, whatever they do, he could just be on the boat, like as that person.
Oh, he could. He could just fucking roll right up on it. Yeah. And then just get him.
Yeah.
Just like that. That's the sound of it. Get him. Nice. Bon Clay. All right. So, top of Sebastian's bracket with no context. Bon Clay. That's a great top of the bracket right there.
For
That's good.
Bon
So-
Clay not being physically powerful or strong,
Have you seen those thighs?
I haven't specifically paid attention to them. No,
They
I
could
have.
be anyone's
That's
thighs.
a dancer's thighs right there.
no, he's got a dancer's build, so he's scarily strong for
So
how he looks.
So
But
strong.
you have not made it to moments later in the series where important things happen that would not be possible without Bon Clay in the series.
Hell yeah. I'm ready for it. Well, anyway, so really top of the card, top 5. We got Bon Clay, we got Luffy, we got Smoker, we got Ace, and we got who's the other one?
Well, technically, it would
Chopper?
have been top 4.
Yeah, top 5 is hard to do because then you have to go back.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, then that's hey, we got
Let's
Smoker.
put honorary mention Wapple with the Munch
Oh, wait.
Munch because it made it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say top 5 gun dog or whatever his name is.
Oh,
yeah.
honorary mention to Gun Dog.
All right, who would win in a fight if we did a triple threat match? Smoker versus Gun Dog versus Bon Clay.
So I could eliminate Bon Clay because it'd be hard for him to impersonate somebody that would be both
Interesting.
influential over Gun Dog and Smoker. I don't know, or maybe not.
Do you think Bon Clay could impersonate Gun Dog? Because it's technically a gun. Could he impersonate a? Oh shit! We found a loophole here.
I don't know if it's a loophole though, because there are people later on in the series, because we've seen Bon Clay kind of match people his physical stature and size before.
Interesting.
Bon Gay. That yeah. He
Write
can
your fan fictions, folks.
Yes.
he can
Yeah.
he can get buck wild with how he can copy people.
Interesting. Well, folks, thank you so much for listening to this bracket. This is a good bracket. I feel good
best
about
one
this
I've
bracket.
ever been a part of.
Best one. We got to do more brackets. I think, folks. If you like the brackets,
Best
this-
bracket on the podcast so far because
Best-
it's the only bracket.
best bracket on the best bracket on the podcast so far, baby.
And,
Smoker, Bon Clay, Gun Dog, top of the card.
I didn't get 100% correct. I got a couple of them wrong, but quick math says 98%.
98%. Boom. 98 degrees.
Don't check that, anyone.
Don't check.
Just-
Don't do anything. Thank you, everybody, for listening to the Fun Piece Podcast. This has been a filler episode. We'll be back with our regularly scheduled content next week.
When we do come back next week, a couple of exciting announcements. We will have a new intro
We will.
recorded by friend of the show.
It's another updated intro.
another
still,
updated
it's still
intro.
just added on to what we already have.
We just keep adding stuff like a weird little Mod Podge, but I think it's getting there. It's
It's gonna
getting
be great.
polished.
It's gonna be
if,
good.
If you guys add enough, you don't even have to do the episode.
Exactly.
You just
It's just
put
a
the
long
intro
enough
on,
intro.
then it just
Exactly.
ends.
Exactly.
We did also receive an anonymous donation that has allowed myself and Matt to get the same podcasting equipment that Mike has. So
Yep.
hopefully that will make things a little more seamless of a transition. It won't be as much audio hell, but we can't account for Matt yelling into the microphone. That's still going to happen every episode.
Sorry.
Was there anything else?
And we'll be back with regular transponder snails next week.
Yes.
A bunch of you sent in transponder snails.
Which we appreciate.
Message in a bottle, all that stuff. But we're not ing this week because Mike's not fully here. He's taking a week off. He deserves it. But we did get to hear his voice a little bit this week. So
That's true.
Uh,
Even
y-
when he's not on the episode, we found a way to bother him.
yes, we did. So y'all can get your Mike voice fix by just listening to that little bit over and over again earlier, just getting your rocks off. Anything else?
I think that's I think that's everything.
So
I did get hands-on, or I will be getting hands-on from friend of the show. Some of the earlier One Piece movies
Oh, heck yeah.
that were bootlegged when this person was younger. So we are able to get hands on those to watch. So maybe later down the line we do longer watch-along episodes with some of the One Piece movies. Specifically, it is One Piece movie 6.
Nice.
Which is arguably the most haunting piece of One Piece media.
All right. I can't wait.
Wait, did you say it's One Piece movie 6, like the 6th movie?
Yeah. The first
the
like
sixth movie.
the first like the first like bunch of them you can't get hands on at all.
Really?
Can't
They
find it
don't.
anywhere.
You have to find
the age of the
DVD copies and then get a DVD player that is region locked to Japan.
Yeah.
Because these movies came out in like the very early 2000s. Because One Piece has been on air since like the late 90s, early 2000s.
In the age of the internet, you
Yeah.
can't.
Can't find it anywhere. Sucks.
It is very hard to
Wow.
get
Sucks
hands
so
on
bad.
these. That's why this person bootlegged them like a decade plus ago,
Wow.
And they got the files.
and they got the hard copies.
They got in the grid. Anyway, thank you all so much for listening. Also, the cooking episode's coming at some point someday. Maybe if I find time this week, I'll edit it. Or maybe not. Who's to say? But it'll come up eventually, and you'll enjoy it.
Hope you're all having a good sleep.
I hope you're all having a great sleep, and you all have
being
a great...
chased by spiders, being chased by spiders,
chased by
being chased
spiders.
by
Thank you all for listening. We'll see you next week. Bop, bop, bop. Bop, 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 bop.
Oh, right, it's the song.
Bop, bop, bop. Bop, bop.
Sebastian is mortified as to what's happening right now.
Do this every time.
Every time. But usually Mike's also part of it, so it's a little less sad.
That's it. Bye.